Sahitam Ketas Trasta Vrinderita Bhavireirvodito Girashari Pratyo Hrityo Hrityorapi Sukashayana Tukito To Shakibhi Drishto Hristo Toda Twadadi Lalito Kakatiki Shashanko Sada Krishno Satrishna Pi Nija Nija Damnyaptalpo Smarami. So, here early morning, Jam, Vrinda Devi, she is signaling to the Shuka Sharika, the male and female parrots. Female parrots are siding with Rashimati Radhika, male parrots are siding with Krishna. They are trying to sing more sweetly each other. So, by the sweet singing, then of the competition, all these birds are singing. Then Rashimati Radhika becomes awake. So the gopis, when they see Radha awake, they are quite happy. Then suddenly there's one female monkey called Kakataki. She begins to make a loud noise. So when she makes a loud noise, so then of course here he says Krishna is trying to give service to he wants to give service to everybody. So that's why he does not open his eyes. So then once a female monkey makes this sound, then Krishna opens his eyes, Radha Krishna looks at each other, and then they go back to their respective house, because the time Jatila may be coming to the house, and they may be found out. So they sneak back, they rush back to their houses, because at time they run back to the houses. And of course, by the influence of Yogamaya of Krishna, usually they are not detected in this pastime. Jatila, iron ghost, they cannot detect. It's all this is arranged by Yogamaya. The potency of Krishna to arrange his pastimes is mentioned. Now you want to do the second one? You do the second one. I do the first one, you do the second one. I just want to take that.
Namamakali Baula Nija Savashaki Tata Pita Nyamita Smarane Nakara Itarishi Davakipa Bhagavan Mahati Gurudeva Mirishani Yajani Nanuraga Tunudoya Sagara Talaite Pari. Together.
Radhasnat Gushutam Prajapayuhutam Sakevi Pragetat Gihe Vinita Annapakarachanam Krishna Vasheshashanam Krishnam Buddhayakta Suddhenu Sadanam Niruta Godohanam Sunatam Krita Bochanam Sachare Tancha Tatancha Shraye. Maharaj.
Okay, Srimati Radharani, when she has taken bath in morning and Javat, she's decorating herself with beautiful dress and various elements, and like to see Shri Krishna to the house of Nanda Maharaj underground with the other confidant, Sakis. Called by Yashoda Devi, she's engaged in cooking various delicious food for Krishna. And after Krishna taking food, she can take the remnants of Krishna like this. That's so long.
Okay.
Why is it so long? Yeah. So the second one, Radhasnata.
What?
Second one, Radhasnata Vibhushita.
Ah, yeah, sing.
Radhasnata Vibhushita Shriya Shuddha Samauta
Radhasnata Vibhushita Si Radhasnata Vibhushita Si Yashoda Samauta
Saki Sange Takire Gamana
So now we have to do the Upadeshamrita. Today's Sri Maharaj is good thing.
Manasu Krudavegam Darupasavegam Darupasavegam
Sarvapipam. Okay, to sit one again, it's not taking good. Problem is very fine. Vacho vegam manasa krodha vegam jivo vegam udarupastha vegam etan vegam yavisheta dhira sarvapi mam prithvim sasishyat atyahara priyasasya bhavanyavagraha janasangascha lodyam sarve dhyashate
Utsamisaya
Devya tattat karma pravartana janasangascha satovite
Sabdi Bhakti Prasidati
prasidati
Dadati Padivinati Vyavakati Punchati Prabhati
dadati pragnati guhyam akyati prichati gunjan bhojati cheva sadvida prilakshana
Vishnati Yasya Giritam
Priyeta Dikshasti Pranati Visya Bhajantam Isham Shushraya Bhajamigyan Ananyamanyam Indadi Shishyatam Samshita Shangalabdi Drishte Svavidanite Vapusipsa Doshe Na Prakritatvam Hiya Bhakta Janasya Pashyet Ganga Vasapna Kalu Buddha Buddha Fena Pamke Brahma Dravatvam Apagachati Niradarvi Syat Krishna Nama Cheshta Dishita Avidya Pito Appa Patapta Sanasya Naruchikono Kintu Adarat Adumam Kalush Seva Jushta Swadvi Karma Bhavati Tatkala Mula Hantri Satnama Rupa Charita Dishukat Suditran Manu Smrityo Kramena Sana Manasiyojya Tishtan Brajeta Ragi Jananura Anugami Kalam Naye Akhilam Itu Padesha Saram Vaikunta Janito Varpadu Pura Tatrapi Rasotsavat Vrindavanyam Udrapani Ramana Tatrapi Govardhana Radha Kundam Yapi Gokulapate Prina Aptiplavana Kuriya Asya Vijato Giritate Sheva Vivekinaka Karma Parito Hare Priyataya Vyaktim Vyayurjaninas Tebhyo Jnana Vimukta Bhakti Paramaha Prameka Nishtatatam Tebhyastat Pashupalapam Kajadishas Tabhyo Visharadika Prishtadatvadiyam Tariya Sarasi Tamna Shret Kakriti. The Jnanis have attained the distinction of being dearer to Lord Hari than those who follow the path of karma. Even dearer to the Lord are those who have abundant knowledge. Understanding the path of bhakti is higher. Even more superior are those who attain love of Krishna. The gopis are most exalted of all. Amongst them, Sri Radhika is certainly the most dear of Krishna. And Radha Kund is dear to Krishna as she is. Therefore, which fortunate soul will not take shelter of Radha Kund? When Mahaprabhu was circumambulating Govardhan Hill in Brajamandal, he discovered Radha Kund concealed in a paddy field. At that time he was searching for Radha Kund, but none could say where it was. Then suddenly he came out from trance, went to a paddy field where there was some water, took the water and he said, began to chant the name of Radha Kund as is mentioned in Padma Puran. Yata Radha Priya Vishnu Tasya Kundam Priyatata Sarva Gopishu Satveka Vishnu Atyanta Vallava. Just as Srimati Radhika is dear to Krishna, similarly her divine pond Radha Kund is dear to Lord. Of all the gopis, Srimati Radhika is the most consort of Lord Krishna. From then on, the place was understood to be Radha Kunda. Later, Raghunath Das Goswami renovated the pond and lived there without any care in the world. One day, while going through Vrindavan, Sanatan Goswami saw Raghunath Das sitting under a tree near the bank of Radha Kund and taking Krishna Nam. Then suddenly one tiger came and drank some water and went away. Raghunath was undisturbed as he was deeply engaged in chanting the holy name. Santan approached him and told him, this is a fact. One tiger came to drink water and you exposed here under the tree. It's my request that you please construct a thatched cottage. Raghunath managed to construct a small hut and he stayed there for his whole life. In his last days, he would take only a leaf cup of buttermilk and go on with chanting the holy name. He would chant 1 lakh of the holy name daily and would give obeisances 1,000 times the holy name daily. No. He would chant 1 lakh of holy name daily and he would give obeisances 1,000 times to different Vaishnavas. When he was about 80, he would crawl on the banks of Radhakund chanting Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe. In this way he passed his days. At Radhakund, he was going through literature of Rupa Goswami and began writing literature inspired by the divine works of Rupa Goswami. Raghunath also composed some verses that gives an idea about Radha Dashyam. True, we find this in the writings of Sri Rupa. It's very clear in the writings of Raghunath. In fact, he is giving a challenge to Krishna that if we do not find Radharani within you, we want to avoid you. We want Radha Krishna together. And if Radharani is not with Krishna, we don't want to approach that Krishna. Rather, we should serve Radharani alone. This is clearly stated in the writings and constitutes the highest acme of Gaudiya theology. Asha bare ramra sindhu maye karanchit kalo maya tigamita kelsam pradam hi tam chakripam maya vidyasya nahi nairu kimme pranavajena cha braro vakaranapi. Oh Vararu Radha, I am passing my days with great difficulty, with intense desire to attain the ocean of nectar. If you do not give me your mercy, then what is the use of my life? The land of Raja, Krishna, the enemy of Baka. The sloka is given as a conception of the highest attainment in the school of Mahaprabhu. Das Goswami addresses Radha, highest attainment. Das Goswami addresses Radharani, O my goddess, O queen of Vrindavan, Asha Bhare, for a long time waited with great patience to have your mercy. Long time to get your mercy. Amrit Sindhu Maya is sweet to me that I cannot avoid it. It's melting my heart, it's attracting my heart, it's gracing my heart. It touches me so deeply, I cannot avoid a service connection. Kalo Mayati Gamita. Somehow I managed to come after such a long time. I am an impatient man. Please be gracious. Tvam Chakripam Mayi Vidasyaschi Naiva. If you are not propitiated and not gracious with me, then I have got no hope in my life. I have come to the end of my present life. It is finished here. Kimma Pranay. What's the utility of my life even? It's useless. It come to end. No utility. Rajena. What shall I do in Vrindavan? Vrindavan is no use to me. It's not helpful. Vrindavan is not helpful. I can't love that Vrindavan is associated with. I cannot love this Vrindavan which is associated with this Lila. Bhakaranapi. What to speak of it? I can't even relish the company of Krishna without you. Without you, even Krishna has no meaning to me. I cannot tolerate my life. Neither can relish the environment. If Krishna himself comes to grace me, I cannot relish that without your connection. So please be gracious to me. You're all in all to me. To achieve Krishna consciousness without you is no Krishna consciousness. Your position is such, is so great and beautiful. You're the center of the Lila of Krishna. I surrender to you for your grace, my supreme goddess. Sometimes our Guru Maharaj will explain this sloka amongst select disciples, not all, only chosen disciples. And he became full of emotion. His face became red and tears would come to his eyes. When he used to explain the sloka, we could trace that he was quite at home. There has not come to his own home, he has come home. We are not Vaishnavas, we are Shuddha Shaktas. One time at Radhakund, the Divan of Bharatpur state came with his family and was circumambulating Radhakund, prostrating him on the ground and slowly advancing by measuring the length of each prostration. Paramananda Brahmachari came to Prabhupada and reported with Adar, there is so much esteem for Radharani. Prabhupada then came out of his inner quarter and said, yes, but their concern for Radharani and our concern for Radharani are different. They come to Radharani because she is Krishna's favorite. But our position is opposite. We worship Krishna because he is Radharani's favorite. Our interest is with Radharani and Krishna is the favorite. And only because she wants Krishna does we have any connection with him. The Gaudiya Vaishnavas only know Radharani because Radharani can fully attract Krishna. And the remuneration for those that are serving Radharani is that you get the highest quality of rasa from Krishna. The rasa cannot be found in any other channel. What comes to Radharani is of the highest quality. Therefore, the service of Radharani should be the summum bonum of a life. Prabhupada once told us we are not Vaishnavas, we are really Shaktas, worshippers of the potency, Shakti energy. Not Shaktas that worship mundane potency, but Shuddha Shaktas. The original potency is in Vraja. Both direct and indirect connection with Krishna come through her. We are concerned with Krishna only because Radharani, our goddess, has connection with him, not otherwise. This is Radha's position. This is also the conclusion of Bhakti Thakur. Radha bhajane jali mati nahi veda, Krishna bhajane nahi akar na kela. Atapi Rahita Surya Nahi Jane, Radha Virahita Madhava Nahi Mane. If you do not wish to worship Radha, then the worship of Krishna will quickly leave you. I know the sun is never without heat and light, and also Madhava is never without Sri Radha. The Vedas state that Uma, Rama, Satyabhama, Sachi, Chandravali, Rukmani, all incarnations of Radharani. Bhakti begs to stay at the feet of those devotees whose only wealth is the worship of Sri Radhika. Yeah, this is the highest. Those who can worship Radhika in the highest platform, not Kanishta. Kanishta can never worship Radhika. Bhakti says he wants to stay at the feet of those, not Sahaja, who is very high, who only worships Radhika in the proper mood, not Sahaja mood. Want to enjoy the material world, also Radha, 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 like this now. Real mood, real mood. That is the highest. That is the highest. You cannot imitate that. If you want that, then you have to pay the price. It's not that you do everything and Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. That one is completely frowned upon. So that's why we say that's Lakshmi Puja. But of course, Radha Puja is the highest. But we have to qualify. Qualify. Our Guru Varga, Bhakti Thakur, we cannot be equal to him. He's on different Rasha. Bhakti Siddhanta is pure devotee. You know how much brother he did? Sitting in alone 4 months and all that. So you cannot imitate him. Oh, also now Radha Parva, You have to show, have to first deserve, then desire. So step by step,
Maharaj, when I was 14, first time I went to Vrindavan with my mother, and we went to Radhakund. And it was different then. It was in 79 it was.
Oh.
And there was Radhakund, it was only widows, white, shaved, Babaji's like this, all around, and a tortoise, and it was very peaceful. And my name was Shyamakund then. And so...
Who, Bhagavan gave you the name?
Shyamakund. And then so I told my mother, this here is so nice, but we cannot stay a long time. Because I felt the energy, I was very sensitive, and I saw the 6 Goswamis everywhere, like this. And I thought, this here is so high, I just cannot stay too long.
True. It's true. Why Guru Maharaj says, don't bathe in Radha, going to take water and put. It's all very high tattva, very high. Bhakti Thakur says, your mind cannot serve Radha, and all attempts towards Krishna will be useless. Akarana Gela. If you cannot acquire earnestness towards the service of Radha, then your labor for Krishna will go. See now, but our first conception of Srimati Radhika is Gurudev. How do we know Radhika? So Prabhupada says our first conception of Radhika is following Gurudev properly. That's the first conception. Whatever your Gurudev says, you're following, that is your conception of Radha. Without a Gurudev, there is no worship of Radha. This is my point. Now he says worship of Radha, but first we have Guru. First worship of Guru. Our first position is worship of Guru. Then Radharani will manifest through Guru. And through the Guru. You like that. So no concept of Madhava is possible without Simadhika. In Prabhupada's language, she is a predominated deity. In Krishna is a predominating. She is a predominated. The Hadaf is represented by her. Dedication as whole is represented by Sri Radhika. Uma, Rama, Satya, Sachi, Chandra, Rukmini, there are so many examples of pious ladies. Uma means wife of Shiva, Rama means Lakshmi Devi, Satya means Satyabhama, Sachi means Indra, wife of Indra, Chandravali means the other favorite of Krishna, competing with Radha. Rukmini means the queen of Dwarka, They all spring from the main point is Radha. Aradhana, who can serve, who can worship, who can give respect, who really loves Krishna and render loving service to him. Radha Avatar Sabha Amnayavan. If you study the scripture, you will find the source of all these goddesses, Sri Radhika. Heno Radha Paricharya Jankaradana. Those who have the wealth of service to Srimati Radhika, I have to fall at their feet and obtain the dust of your lotus feet. I hanker after nothing. This high ideal makes one great and not anything material. The one who has this high ideal is actually wealthy. Less valuable things are eliminated. Our concentration is in the proper place. We cannot stay from wild goose chasing. Mahaprabhu came to show us the path, and we find this, we go through the life and teachings. We are not fit to live at Radhakund. According to the advice of Rupa Goswami, Radhakund is the best place in Vrindavan, and he urges us not to stay there. However, once our Guru Maharaj ordered that a cottage should be built as Govardhan, at Govardhan, I had to say, we must serve our Guru Varga and we should go to the highest position of Radhakund, but we won't stay there. We are not fit to live at Radhakund. See? We are not fit to live at Radhakund. Prabhupada saying. We won't stay there. We must stay nearby the lower place, Govardhan. We shall go to Radhakund only to serve our Gurus, and then we shall come back to Govardhan, then we shall stay. Our superior Gurus, Gaur Kishore, Bhakti Thakur, they can live and serve at Radhakund. We are not of such a high position. We are not of such high position. Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Swami, he's saying Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, there. That should be our position, giving honor to the highest position of our Guru. Our Guru, we cannot do it. We should always maintain this difference between disciple and master. The master holds the highest position. In the highest position of Leela, he will be there, performing the highest form of service, but we will be lower. We shall live near, but we should be away. We shall come and serve them and then go back. Serve Guru, then go back. And we have to attend to their command. We must sit at an amiable distance. So, his advice is to serve Guru, not straight away Radha. We shall take our stand in Govardhan, always eager for the call that will come any moment from Radhakund, so that we may help in any type of service our Gurudev wants us. Our masters are playing that, and from a little lower position, you are able to look at that, and that one day it may be permanent. In Jagannath Puri, our Guru Maharaj lived in a bungalow at Chatak Parvat, which he thought to be Govardhan. Yet Mahaprabhu said, Govardhan na chaliya dekite Gopala. Don't climb over Govardhan even to get darshan of Gopal. But Guru Maharaj constructed his bungalow on top of Chatak Parvat. When the construction was complete, deities of Vyasa and Madhvacharya were placed in one room next to his. I was asked to worship the deities before Prabhupada entered the rooms. I said, I don't know which mantras to worship Vyasa and Madhava. I asked him. I was told, whatever you know about them, think of that and offer a flower, some naivedyam and some galan with respect. By his order, I did that and offered one Madhavaya Namaha and Vyasaya Namaha and worshipped the two deities. When I finished and Guru Maharaj entered his room, he was using a bungalow which he erected on the top of Chatak Parvat, which is considered the extension of Govardhan in Vrindavan, and to climb over which has been forbidden by Mahaprabhu himself. How to adjust? So how to adjust? Mahaprabhu said, cannot climb Govardhan, but here is Chatak Parvat. It is there. Bungalow is on top of the path. I found the adjustment this way. Vyasa was living over the Himalayas and Madhav also met him. In connection with serving him, Prabhupada lived there to satisfy them, though apparently he had crossed the advice of Mahaprabhu. But he made the adjustment with Vyasa and Madhav. This conception allowed him to stay there. For the service of Guru, we can even climb on his bedstead. Sometimes it is necessary on the Simhasan is to stand on the Simhasan in order to put crown on the deity.
Maharaj, I did not understand because you're reading fast. I
Okay,
didn't understand.
what's it?
About who's Prabhupada is living on top of Govardhan?
No.
Bangalore, I didn't understand that
No,
part.
I'll just tell you. Prabhupada went to stay in Puri. So in Puri there's a mountain called Chatak Parvat. It is considered to be Govardhan. But Mahaprabhu said, don't climb over Govardhan. But this temple was built on top of Govardhan, on top of Chatak Parvat. So Sridhar Maharaj said, how is it possible? Because Mahaprabhu said, don't climb over Govardhan, but this temple is built on top of the mountain, which is considered to be Govardhan, is Chatak Parvat. So how to adjust? My Gurudev is staying on top of the mountain. Then he said, Vyasadev and Madhavacharya, they actually were on top of the mountain, And he said, but he made it, because Vyasadev, so he said, Vyasadev was living over the Himalayas and Madhava met him. In connection with serving them, Prabhupada also lived there to satisfy them. Prabhupada was thinking of serving his Guru Varga. For serving Guru, we can even, sometimes in order to put a crown on Krishna, we have to stand on the Vyasasana. Vyasasana to stand is forbidden. You cannot stand, it's Balaram. But sometimes, what we do, we put an asana and stand. Because how are you going to put a crown? So, for service of Guru, we can climb sometimes on his bed also. Actually, you cannot touch the foot with the bed. But sometimes you have to do, for service of Guru, you can stand on his bed. Not for yourself.
Govinda, who was massaging Mahaprabhu, he stepped over Mahaprabhu for seva, but then he stayed there.
Yeah, that's very good. That's very good.
Disciple of Amanulacharya also was testing the bed of Amanulacharya. One disciple complained And when disciple complain, he say, he's laying on your bed. I'm an Jashai, say, why did you do that? Because there's a new bed, I want to test this, it's good for you or not. So, okay.
Yeah, for the service of Guru, it's okay. Service of Guru you can do. We are told that Singhasana is supposed to be an extension of Baladev. But for the service necessity, we can approach everywhere, but not to fulfill our purpose. Not for our purpose. For serving Guru, sometimes we can stand on Singhasana. So when it's necessary to follow the higher order, we sometimes have to enter the higher Siddhanta also with Radharani, the Sakis, the Manjaris. But that's only for purpose of service. And we should not stay there for a long time. We must come back and remain in our position. Otherwise, they will be dishonored and they will disappear from our mind. Sometimes, like jam session, Guru orders you, okay, we can go. But don't stay too long. If you stay too long, then because you are not qualified, they will be angry and the Leela will go away. So I'll be nowhere, the Leela will be withdrawn and we will become completely unfaithful. And we will be thrown helplessly to the plane of atheism. So we have to tackle these things very carefully and only for the necessity of service to Guru. We must be very particular that we always select the position on a lower standard, not on the same plane as our superiors, the Guru and the Vaishnavas. That is the key to success. Don't try to make such high things an object of your experience. Superiors, Guru, Vaishnava, always you have to remain lower.
Don't make such high things the subject of your experience.
Yeah. An object of experience.
Object of your experience.
But what it means here is, we must always take a lower position. Don't make such high things. Your object of which you are not realized. See, like many people, like some gurus, they say, chant Hare Krishna, you think more Radha. So now they are thinking they already know Radha. Radha. This is what it says. Don't make such high things an object you have not experienced. You must always think you don't know Radha. Sometimes when a guru calls you and talks to Radha, you can, but then you have to come back lower. Don't stay on the platform. You're not ready. That's what he says, very clearly he says.
But Maharaj, if the guru, if the guru is a pure acharya, a Vaishnava, Gaudiya Vaishnava, and he tells his disciples, because he's always thinking of Radharani all the time, and he tells his disciples, you should worship Radharani. Then if they do, then they are perfect.
We are not.
So they're just following their
We're not completing that. But here he says, here what Sri Rama says, when your guru calls you to experience something and talks something, you can experience. But later, don't imitate your guru. Your guru is on a very high level. So then you come down. After your guru, talking Radharani in the class, you listen. And after listening also, giving respect, guru is trying to help you. Then after some time, you always remember your position, I am not qualified. You remember your humble position, you come down back to your level. Don't try to stay at the level of your guru, because you're not the level of your guru. Understand? That's what he says. Don't make the high things an object of experience. Because you're not experienced. Your guru is experienced. He's trying to help you to come up. But it's not that now my guru is telling me now I'm qualified. But you're not the level of your guru. He's trying to help you. He's trying to encourage you. Please, that is our level of, that's the object of everybody in Gaudiya Siddhanta. That we have to come to Radha Dasyan. That's of course higher. But it's very, very clearly explained, So even when taking the holy name of Radharani, you must give pranam. See, oh please forgive me. I am not qualified to take your holy name. I am not qualified. I am trying to say so much. With my small tongue I am taking holy name. Forgive me. I have got the audacity of taking your holy name. Respect for that. Radhe, not like that. Not like that. You see, even taking one must give pranam. Radha, be very careful, Radha. Oh, why you don't speak Radha? No, you are not qualified. Radha is speaking. I am not qualified. You understand or not? Okay, then you take. Oh, Radha, please, can I take your name? I am not qualified. Please. This is what Sri Rama says. This is our Guru Varga speaking. And this is not only Sri Rama, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, my Guru, they all speak the same thing.
So basically, it's not that I am entitled. Radharani, she's mine because she's my guru's, and I am entitled to chant her name because it's the highest. That's not the right attitude. The attitude is that I'm not qualified and I'm begging, may I please So not
Yeah.
taking it cheaply. May
No,
I
don't
please
take it
chant your
cheaply.
name?
Don't take it
And
cheaply.
ask Guru's permission, please let me chant Radha's name.
Yeah.
Not just like this, easy,
Now,
easy.
Guru wants us to come to the person of Radha. He may be on the platform, so he's encouraging us. It's not his fault. But you cannot imitate your Guru. Oh, Guru is Radha, I also chant Radha. No. Bhakti His divine grace, Bhakti Raksha always take a low position. Don't put yourself in the same position as a Guru. I see many people, they are trying to put themselves in the same position of their Guru. On this Rasa Lila and all this they speak, and they are not even sannyasis. They are even grihasthas. They're speaking all these big things,
I noticed, Maharaj, that when a sadhu
Yeah.
who's pure like this, they speak like little. Usually, in general, Indian sadhus from India, always they give little.
But they don't
And
speak.
it's so nice. It's really nice, and I feel something. But
You
when
never
Westerners...
meet our Gaudiya Vaishnava Indian sannyasis talking about Radha very
No,
cheaply.
no.
Never.
Never. But in
Into
the
public,
West...
they never speak like
But
this.
in the West, some Western devotees, when they speak, in my heart, I feel very disturbed. Because I feel they're not pure.
It's cheap, making it cheap.
Yeah,
See, here it
it's
says,
bringing it down.
Even when taking the holy name of
I need to
Srimati
protect
Radhika,
myself.
we must give some pranam. Oh, forgive me, I'm not qualified. If a person speak like that, then I respect, Oh, why Radha Krishna? Then this is something, because Radha Krishna, like I said, I never back my word. What I learned from Gurudev, I spoke. I didn't say anything wrong. This is repetition here. Bhakti Siddhar Swami is very clearly is mentioning this. With my small tongue, I am taking with my small tongue, means unfit tongue, I am taking your holy name, Srimati Radhika. Forgive me. I am so unqualified, forgive me. I have the audacity of taking your name, Radha. I am not qualified to chant Radha. You are Lakshmi, okay, okay, Radharani is merciful. When she sees your humility, and Ujvarata, then she's giving mercy to you. Because she knows we all fallen devotee, we are trying to come to her level. She's definitely going to give mercy. She is so high, she is so noble, we can't consider ourselves fit to take her name. Shukadev Goswami did not directly take Radharani's name, the whole of Bhagavatam. Yet he has given us what is the true perception of divine love. But Srimati Radhika's love he hinted all the time in the Bhagavatam. That is a main topic. But he never mentioned Srimati Radhika. Imagine. Our Gurudev related so many things, but he rarely did he take the name of Radharani. There you go. Our Gurudev said so many things, but rarely did he take no. He never said Radharani cheaply to anybody. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He had great respect for her. Once one big Saminda came to Guru Maharaj and opened the topic that Parvati's beauty was higher than that of the gopis. Prabhupada could not tolerate anyway, began to describe the beauty of Radharani with great enthusiasm and emotion. But another force was checking his attempt. Radharani's beauty was being challenged by some people, so he had to speak. But at the same time, he was not prepared to describe that beauty in public because he felt Radharani's beauty is holy. It's not for these mundane fellows, It should not be exposed, So these are mundane fellows. What they know about Radharani's beauty? They are unable to even appreciate even a small portion of that. Two opposite forces from different directions were fighting in him, and he fell from his chair and fainted.
Who did?
Prabhupada. Because he wanted to describe Radharani, but she said, I think Parvati is more beautiful. No! Radharani is more beautiful. Then she said, Radharani. Prabhupada was going to try to tell Radharani, but then he said, Radharani's beauty is so spiritual, and this is a mundane person. How I can explain to him? So he just fainted. Prabhupada fainted. Prabhupada is not ready to bear even a slight dishonor concerning Radharani. Prabhupada once ordered one gentleman to sing a song by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Ami to sananda sukada vasi. It is mentioned. Radhikara kunje adhikara kori laite chaise Radha Hari. Chandravali wants to take over Radha's Hari, thus causing the love groves of Radhika to be very gloomy. This one is mentioned by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. I was in the group of Radharani, and I can't tolerate the sight of Sakhis of other camp, the camp of Chandravali, Saibia, because of their sight. Their sight excites in the idea that they want to take Radha Krishna from the camp of Radharani, making it dark for us. We all in the camp of Radharani. I saw Prabhupada sitting in a chair, patiently hearing the Bhaktivinoda Thakur song. The song was sung twice. During the course of the song, the statement came, Radhikara Kunja Adhikare Kori. They want to snatch away Krishna, making the Kunja of Radharani dark. Prabhupada was felt a shock. His body would jerk when he hears this story. He was so attached to Srimati Radhika. Prabhupada was like that. Again, when the song was repeated, and when the point came, he's like, he got electric shock, He could not tolerate
repeat that, Maharaj? I didn't get it. It's a bit fast. Can you say again?
So, there was a song by Bhakti Thakur. It says, the meaning of the song says, the song is saying, Chandravali is the opponent of Radharani. So Chandravali came to take Krishna away from Radharani. That's the meaning of the song. And she managed to take away Krishna. And all the gopis were very gloomy because Krishna is not that so. Radhika, Chandravali took Krishna away. And then I saw Chandravali, Saiva, they took Krishna from the camp. So when Prabhupada heard this song, the song was sung twice. Anytime the song that they took Krishna away from Radharani's camp, he became like electric shock. Couldn't stand. They took Radharani away. Like that, he was electric shock. There are 2 times the song was sung. Every time the song was sung, when Radharani was taken away from Krishna's camp, he started like this,
shaking.
Electric shock. They couldn't stand up. He couldn't stand, because because ours is Radharani's camp, So Radharani away from Krishna, that's not possible for us to imagine. How is it possible?
Maharaj, is this why we describe Krishna's beauty a lot, and it's so fascinating, but never I heard Radharani's description, never. One time I heard, I got very disturbed.
No, because it is not for us.
Because it was just too
much. Beauty is not material, Her beauty is not. His beauty is completely spiritual. The beauty is completely spiritual, very spiritual. Very spiritual. So
it's very rare. I never heard.
We can know the beauty of Apsaras, the beauty of Parvati is supposed to be very beautiful. The most beautiful woman is described by Kalidas as Parvati. Kalidas is a very great Indian poet. So in a Sanskrit essay, he described the beauty of her beauty of Parvati. Explaining her limbs was beautiful. This made Shiva angry. He said, "Stop! This is my wife. Don't expose her like this." He was mentioning her breasts and face.
Yeah, I heard this about Radha, and I went, "Oh."
No.
For months I was disturbed when I was doing puja to Radha.
So Parvati, when she was described by Kalidas, Shiva said, "Stop it. Kalidas, stop it. I'm very angry. Don't describe my wife like this. It's like, making lusty people think of her." Stop. So, but this is in a mundane view, because Parvati is also very spiritual, but she's also very beautiful. But Radharani's beauty, so Zamindar said Parvati is very beautiful. But then he's supposed to be the most beautiful woman in the world, Parvati. And I said, no, Radharani's beauty is even more. Prabhupada said, this Prabhupada gave us a secret. And Prabhupada described. Then he stopped. He said, because these people are mundane, how can I describe that? So he was 2 forces. One to defend Radharani as the most beautiful. One to say, how can I expose this beauty to mundane people? They will take the opposite way.
And he fainted.
He fainted because he was
of contradiction.
You are contradicting. So, see, Prabhupada is like an arrow. He was not ready to tolerate any dishonor to the camp of Radharani. It is intolerable that Radharani's kunj was dark and Krishna was not there because he gone to please Chandravali. It is inconceivable to Prabhupada. Although Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written this as an impartial statement, in his relative position, Prabhupada could not tolerate it. Such is the sentiment of the proper devotee Srimati Radhika. We must always keep such topics at a respectful distance over our heads. Please, we must always keep such at a respectful distance over our heads, not cheap. Oh, Radha Krishna, no. Pujala Radha Panta Gaurava Bange. This is today's this divine grace Bhakti Ratna Sri Goswami Maharaj, and this is the Siddhanta. He was very strong. My Gurudev also said like that. Always keep it. You want to get his mercy? Kartik, always keep it a respectful distance. Now we are allowed to speak. We speak what you are allowed to speak. Don't go more. Radhe, don't be cheap. Radha, you are very fallen. As I said, I am not qualified. Yesterday I admitted, I am not qualified to speak of Radha. So please, maybe some people are qualified. They can speak. As far as I am not qualified. I am only begging in this month of Urja. that Radharani will give kripa to a fallen, such a fallen soul like me, that I may get something of a mercy that I am unable to understand.
Some devotees, they are a bit frustrated because there's no talk of Radharani, Radha Krishna. They say it's Kartik, Radharani is moms, only Bala Bala Gopal. We want to hear about Radha.
Yeah, but when you hear about Radha, some mundane conception may come into your head. The Chaitanya Chamar Chandrika and all that is there, but it makes it like mundane, a little mundane. You know? Like Radharani is not ordinary. She's very high. These topics are very high. If you make it like a ordinary affair, like girls and boys they play together, then the conception is different already. It's mundane already. You know what I mean? Oh, Radharani lovely. This is mundane. It's not like a boy-girl affair. It's something different. It's a spiritual affair. And Radharani is controlling Krishna by her love, which is Krishna is the supreme Lord of the whole universe, where the demigods, the wind blows out of fear of him, the sun blows out of fear of him, everything is fearful of him. And he is controlled by Srimati Radhika. He bows down to her. How is it possible? He bows down to Srimati Radhika, yes.
But if we never talk about her, then how can we develop?
Yes, this we are given a chance to speak about her. Damodarastakam, this thing, that thing, little bit. Whatever Gurudev gives us chance to speak, we speak. Not more. Like Govinda Lilamritam. That's a book describing the actual pastime. But we don't read that. Why? Because it's very high. If you read that, your mind gets Maya, because it looks like mundane. So those who think they worship Radha Krishna, read Govinda Lilamani. If you are that level, read it. But I'm not saying cannot. Those people who are on that level, they should read. And those who are not on the level, they should not read. That's what my point. If you think you're on that level, go ahead. But
Raj, can you make a list for me of the books that are very high? Because like this, I can make a choice. You know?
Govinda Lilamrita,
I'll
Ujjala Nilamani.
Ujjala Nilamani.
Where's the other one? That's another book also. These are the very high books. Radha Krishna Leela and all that are very high books. These two books are very high.
Two books, okay.
And if you mention Nirva, I can tell you other books which are.
I have him to remember.
Rasanini.
Huh?
Radha Rasanini.
Radha Sudha Nidhi. But Rasa Sudha Nidhi is very high, but it's not, it's only the exclamations of Pravanna Saraswati. And you can read it just to get his mood. It's nothing, you can read it. His mood is so high, you know. The wind of comes near Radharani, comes to Krishna, wind of Radharani comes near Krishna and Krishna becomes so much overwhelmed. Just the wind, the wind blowing from Radha comes to Krishna and Krishna becomes. So how you can imagine, the Radharani's power, You can influence the supreme personality of Godhead. And this is written Sudhanidhi. So Radharani's position is, topmost position. She can control the Lord like this. Even Mother Yashoda, the Lord is controlled most by Srimati Radhika, So her position is incredible. And a person who can control the Supreme Lord, if you take her cheaply, then you're a fool, you're a real fool actually. She's not on the mundane level at all. She's on the transcendental level, topmost. Brahma Shiva cannot understand her. What to speak of you? Brahma Shiva is praying to get a little bit of, Ananta Vishnu, Ananta Koti Vishnu Yoga Namna Patma Jachite, Himatrija, Pulomaja Virinjija, Varapale, Apar Siddha Vritta Dikta Sambudam Guru Nakek, Kada, Resisiman, Pipa Katak Shavadhanam. The sloka is that. Ananta Dush Koti Vishnu Log. They all, Namna Archite, they all praying to her. Who? Sachi. Sachi's mother. Pulamaja. Shri, Lakshmi, Brahma, all praying to her. Ganesh, praying to her for? Give me Bhakti, give me Bhakti. Devatas are praying to her. And we. And this is a little bit of effulgence from our toenails can give so much power. That is the description. Ananta Koti Vishnu Log. That is the position of Srimati Radhika. And you want to take her cheaply? The Devatas are trying to get a kripa. And who are the Devatas and who are you? Brahma has 4 heads, You think you are such a pandit, Brahma has 4 heads and he's trying to get the mercy of Radhika. Not that he doesn't know, he knows all this knowledge. He's a bhakta, he's a devotee. He wants to get this devotion. He's got to be qualified, Not so easy. It's not that, he knows Siddhanta, you can be Radha. Nothing of that sort. This is in a very high level. And after many, many births, we may get some inkling, some punya sukriti. But it says, if you go under Vraja, you stay in Vraja under a person who has a lolyam for Radha, Srimati Radhika. The Goswamis were at that stage. The Goswamis, they were at the stage. Their action showed they were at the stage. They were not.
Gurudev, our Guru, some Guru Varga.
Of course, Guru Varga is also there. They also, but they didn't reveal to anybody. Our Guru didn't write essays on Srimati Radhika. They didn't reveal. They were all in that mood. But this is a very sensitive topic. They never reveal to people who, the Kanishta disciples, they never reveal. But sometimes, in order to get them into the highest tattva, see, our Guru Varga is very kind. They tell us this is the topmost. But we cannot imitate them. I will follow my mental treat. You are not at that level. You have to step by step. So my Gurudev always used to say, first comes your interest in chanting. Mahaprabhu gave this instruction. Only through the holy name will you be able to enter into the raga. What's the holy name? The first four. Nadanam, from Cheto Darparamajan to Nadanam, Najanam, Nasundarim. If you don't come to the plane of Nadanam, you cannot enter spontaneous. Grihasthas, they have their wife, children, they are not in spontaneous. They have no right to speak of Srimati Radhika. Nadanam, Najanam, Nasundarim is all Shraddha Bhakti. It's not Bhav Bhakti, it's Sadhan Bhakti. Now you say, I don't want Aishwarya. But have you gone through our Nadanam, Najanam, Nasundarim, Kavitama? You want to be Kavita, you want to be Pandit, you want to be everything, then how is your qualified to spontaneous? You have to cross that step. Ainanda Chandraja Kinkaram Patitama Vishame Bhava. Now you cross the spontaneous. You already crossed, you have lost that Nadanam, Najanam, Nasundarim. You're not interested in material life, anything. You're not interested in followers, you're not interested in Panditva, you're not big Pandit, nothing. Now in spontaneous life. Then you're qualified. Then, maybe you know something about Srimati Radhika, I know, maybe you know. But until then, you are not qualified. You are not qualified to speak about Srimati Radhika. You speak secretly in your house. Don't speak to other people. It's a very sensitive topic. Always you think that's what our Gurudev is saying. Please understand, this jam session is to show the first four is Shraddha, is devotional service and practice, Aishwarya, Lakshmi. If you are in the first four, you are in Lakshmi, Narayan. After that four is, you are in Radha Krishna. You are coming to that Radha Krishna. It's spontaneous. So if you are in the first four, you have Dhanam, Janam, Sundarim, Kavitam, Jagat. We are in Lakshmi Narayan Puja. You cannot say Radha Krishna. You are doing devotional practice, service and practice. You have not given up that stage. How can you come to Radha Krishna stage? How can? Of course we can follow Gurudev when he says Radha, you follow. But you are still at the stage of Lakshmi. You are not crossed to Radha. You are not spontaneous. Radha Krishna is spontaneous devotion. So here is description of spontaneous devotion. So the jam session, you know what? First four jam is Shraddha Bhakti, is Bhajan Bhakti, devotional service and practice. After the fifth, Ayu Nanda Kinkar Patitama Visham Bhavan, then it comes to Bhav Bhakti. The last four is Bhav Bhakti. If you read the introduction, it's written there. Everything is written there. It's written there.
And what poets is okay to hear, Maharaj? Kalidas is okay?
What?
What poet? Sometimes I hear some books about different poets.
Chandidas.
Kalidas also no?
This Chandidas is a great poet. Yeah, but his poets all very, very high, Big Bhagavad.
What does Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada tell us? Did he quote these different poets? Which one is good, which one we shouldn't? Because I don't know Maharaj and I don't want to
Mataji?
Stick to Upanishad.
When you are ready, you will be interested.
It's not that. No. I'm trying to protect myself. No, because sometimes I hear and I need to go.
Yeah, you just chant your rounds. If you find attraction to the name, all this will come automatically. Don't have to artificially try for them. Think of Krishna, Smaran Krishna, Kartik. One day, by the grace of Srimati Radhika, we will be able to enter. Only we can hope for that. But the highest is that one. We have to understand the highest is that one. But we have so much anarthas, we have to give it up, Until then, we have to wait patiently. It's not that, now I can speak Radhika and my anarthas go away. It's not like that. It's never like that. It's never like that. It doesn't go away like that. You must get adhika, you know. When you're purified, then only we can speak these topics, and that purification will completely take us away from material contamination. That is the step. First we have to purify us by Nama. Hare Krishna, God Prema. Now third jam you have to do, your last one jam. Maharaj, you have to do jam. Oh, okay, nice discussion was there. Very nice, Srila Bhakti, Srila Rakshak Srila Ma's topic was very nice. And people who are listening is good. I don't know anybody listen on this one. Don't know. But this is really worth listening.
There has been all the time too.
People listening.
But after during the day they listen also.
Now, this is very important because I am not speaking this Bhakti Siddhanta Rakshak Srila Maharaj is speaking. That's very good because you want to hear him. He is the Acharya. And today is his disappearance day. Okay, Maharaj.
Trinadapi Sunichana Tavadapi Krishnuna Amanida Malaniya Kirtaniya Sudahari. Yeah.
Can start. ये रूपे लोयले नाम प्रेम उपजाय तार लक्षण श्लोके सुनिए स्वरूप रमोय उत्तम होय अपना के माने तृणादाम दुई प्रकारे सहिष्णु करे वृक्षसा वृक्ष येने काटी लोग किचु न बोलाय सुखाय मेले करे बानी न मगाय ये मगाय तारे दे अपने दान धर्म शिषाय आने रखे करे रखन उत्तम होय वैष्णव हरे अभिमान जीवे समान दिव्य जानी कृष्ण अधिष्ठान. So I just give the answer of this. So how do you take the naam to get prema? So this is the main way to get prema. Swarup Rama, he tells, Mahaprabhu is telling Swarup Rama, if you are a good devotee, we should always think ourselves as lower than the straw in the street, like grass, lower than the grass. So a tree is very tolerant. How? Even when you cut the tree, it doesn't say anything. You're cutting the tree, it doesn't say anything. It doesn't protest. And then, even when you drying the tree, it does not ask for any water. But still, he's always giving shelter to those who want shelter. He gives fruits to those who want fruits. And he is sending the rain and heat, but he gives shelter to the others. When the rain, we go under the tree. When the heat, we go under the tree. But he himself is taking the whole heat and tree and the rain, So the Vaishnava is like this. He is giving shelter, he doesn't want anything for himself. So the Vaishnava is completely without ego, without pride. Always is respecting all jivas, all living entities. Very giving respect to all living entities in a great way. This is called Vaishnava. And he is always serving them. This is the meaning of Vaishnava. Very nice sloka. Just like a tree, Sometimes people insult the Vaishnava. Useless, he doesn't say anything. And then he tries to help the person. The person who insults him, when he comes, can I help you? Yes, please I'll help you. Just like a tree. You cut the tree. Later you come to the same tree and you go under the tree and take shelter. And sometimes you don't give water to the tree, it's going to die. But still, rainy time, hot time, you come and sit under the tree also. You don't care, So Vaishnava is like that. You don't give him, you give him. And he's always helping. Tolerant, more tolerant than the tree. That's why he's more tolerant. And always, Vaishnava is always very humble. Doesn't think himself very high. So we want to be Vaishnava. We don't want to be sannyasi or devotee. We want to be Vaishnava. Vaishnava is the highest thing in our devotee. We want to try to be Vaishnavas. This is the highest thing. So Maharaj is Krishna. Shri Krishna Kirtana.
Shri Krishna Kirtane Jari Manasatu Vada
Shri Krishna
Paramavakame Tari Lamo Adhikada Srinani Karina Dina Akichanatana Apare Manobi Sada Shariramo Shara Krishna Sama Shama Kuri Sada Bhakti Satyaki Sane Kori Chara
Okay, you want to tell of this one? Oh, Purvanna Mitre Vipina Anusutam Goshtalokamyatam Krishnam Radhakilolam Taravisukute Prapta Kundatiram Radhanjalo Krishnam Kristagranmana Maryarkarchane Dishtam Krishna Pravitte Prahitanijaki Vartmanetram Smarami.
The next one.
Denucharo Sohangi
Krishna Aditya Gosvajana Nuvatari Radha Sangha Loke Radha Jaya Denu Sadi Pariyari Radha Jaya Bhakti Krishna Bhakti Khanachale Haise Saki Yakurita Ladasmari Bhare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Okay, fourth and fifth you do at 12 o'clock.
Okay.
It was very good. This one after discussion was nice. What do you, any comments, man?
No, but you speak so fast.
Oh,
I cannot catch it.
oh really?
Yeah. So,
I asked you to repeat.
you know what I did last night? I was translating the first yeah in French. So I saw many things I could not get because you speak so fast. In English also.
Your
So I
brain is
translated
like
it. It's
super
very nice.
fast.
No,
your brain.
because
Like
you know,
so
yeah.
fast, sharp. But our brain is slow, Maharaj.
Because I studied in England. Though I'm coming from Indian background,
Yeah, you're not in England, you're going
no,
France.
from 1 to 7 I studied, I only know Malayalam Bhasha. But after 7, my father told me you must study English. English is the language of all.
In England,
No, in
India.
not India, in Malaysia. He said, you study English.
Mauritius,
In Malaysia.
Malaysia.
My father said, from Kerala went to study in Malaysia.
Okay.
So he said, you study English. English can help you. All this language is no good. Just study English. Because that time British was the controller of India. You know? So my father was not interested. He said, oh, this Indian, British is our controller. So he said, you study English.
Yes. Yeah, you very good English.
Yeah, I'm good in
It's
English.
so your brain is fast because it's like this. Your brain is fast, nice, it's sharp, it's good, it's awake, it's alive, but our
No, what I
brain
can-
is slow.
what I can do
It's
is-
like
What I can
you know, it's like my brain takes time to. I hear the word, and the brain need to process it. But you know.
what I can do is, I can read and I can just give the gist.
Ah yes.
That will be better.
Yeah.
If I read,
Do you what?
the
Explain.
Summary?
summary is better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then easier for you to understand.
Yeah,
Just
read
like-
and I
Just like when I was reading, you say, yes, Samara, then I
What
give
is
the
it?
summary, you understood.
Yeah.
You know?
I understood, but not.
In English.
Yeah?
My English is not perfect. She has been in English in England for a long time.
And even then she cannot understand.
Yeah. I could hear, understand, but I missed some things. I didn't get the full thing,
You know,
So-
because this thing is very long. If I take a long time, you see now it's only 9 o'clock.
I
If
know.
I want to
Yeah,
take
make a summary.
so better I read and I give a summary.
Yeah.
Because if I read also, if I read slowly, it's going to take a long time.
And you won't be
No.
satisfied because you're fast. You need to also get for you. Then you
No,
get.
I need to understand. You know, if I read
Ah,
slowly,
yeah.
I go for I fall asleep.
Yeah.
You want to consider something, you have to do it. You think of it. Anything you want to do, if you do it like then you are thinking other thing. Mind has to focus.
I'm only
That's why-
able to read fast.
That's
I
why
read
when
slow.
I'm focused, then I go fast. I'm focused.
I was illiterate until I was 14. Illiterate. And I learned when I was 14. So now I read like this with my hand, also my eyes go like this. So and I read slowly. I read one book a long time.
Now you're so
slowly.
intelligent, you're translating all this into French, into English. Close.
Oh,
You're most intelligent now. So don't think you're
I
the most intelligent lady. You're the one who is translating all our thing and every day, helping